Thanks, Brandis. Elected school board advocates are celebrating the recent passing of a state bill by Senate legislators that would transform the Chicago Board of Education into an elected body. And though Mayor Lori Lightfoot called for an elected school board as a candidate back in 2019, she shared a different opinion earlier today.
When we're talking about the most consequential change in governance for the Chicago public schools, it can't be about the politics. It's got to be about the people. And the people who matter most are our children. This is supposed to be about democracy, but what happened in Springfield had nothing to do with democracy. But democracy, mark my word, will prevail.
And WTTW News reporter Matt Masterson joins us now with more. Okay, Matt, so this is a very complicated bill in terms of how many members, when it becomes hybrid, and then when it becomes an all-elected board. So remind us what's in this bill.
So right, like you said, there's a few different parts to this, but essentially it's going to turn this from an appointed board into an elected board by 2027. So the first round of that could begin as soon as 2024, when the board would move to elections for half of a 21-member board. It would be a hybrid model between appointed members and elected members. And then 2 years later, during the 2026 elections, that's when the board, which would still be 21 members at that point, would become fully elected. So by the 2026 elections, the city is supposed to have been split up into 20 different districts across the city. Each one of those districts is going to be allowed to elect its own member to the board, and then a 21st member will run at large to be the board president. Chicago, of course, for now remains the only board with complete mayoral appointments. So this would be a massive shift if it is turned into a law.
And Matt, we mentioned that the mayor campaigned partially on supporting an elected school board. So why is she so opposed to this?
She's begun pushing more for a permanent hybrid model with appointed and elected members, not something that would transition into a fully elected model like this bill would do. Lightfoot has also said that the bill is being rushed and that it ignores the voices of students and parents within Chicago public schools. But today she also spoke about the impact it could have on the city's ongoing search for a new Chicago Public Schools CEO. Janice Jackson is leaving the school district at the end of this month. And Lightfoot said this bill, if it does turn into a law, could potentially have a negative impact on that search if a potential candidate feels that an elected school board could hamper their ability to make decisions within the district.
So a potential future CEO could be coming into a very uncertain situation. All right, Matt, so it passed the Senate. What about the House? What's next?
So it needs to go back to the House. It's unclear exactly when that's going to happen, but sometime in the next few weeks is possible. And if it receives approval there, then it will go to the desk of Governor Pritzker for final approval to turn into a law.
All right, Matt, we're going to keep following it, and thank you very much.
Thanks.
And you can read Matt's full story on our website. That's WTTW.com/news.